Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Sorry if the camera's just a tad bit shaky. It's because I don't have a tripod yet. Probably going to buy one next week. Can't do that this week, but probably next week. And that should resolve the shakiness of these. But also, if my chair squeaks, I have a bad chair. It works. I could sit in it, so I don't want to replace it yet. But yeah, there's also that in the background. But with that being addressed, this is Super Mario 3D All Stars, the apparently limited release port of 3 games you get in one. This is actually my first Switch game. I know I bought a port as my first option. But hey, there's lots of hours of gameplay here. They're all good games. Not great ports. I'll get to that in a second. I mean, they work, they function, but they're lazy. But yeah, I mean, this was $50-something, or this was $55, and it is now currently discontinued everywhere. Of course, I don't have any game stores, so we have, in the area I live in, the only place I can go to buy games now is Walmart, so that's where I went. I'd found out this game was discontinued and was starting to go up in value. Of course, I'm not selling this copy. This is a copy I'm going to play. This was the last one they had, but it had been up there for a while. I'd looked at it about I'd looked at it about a couple weeks ago. I mean, it was almost completely sold out, but this game's probably going to become expensive one day in the future. That's not why I have it. I mean, that's part of the reason I have it, but I got it because it's a good deal on a game. It's probably going to end up being one of the rarer games on the system, and they're good games that I've never actually played before. I've never played any of these before. I mean, I played Mario 64 once. The fun story, the dentist I used to go to when I was really, really little, I only went to about 4 or 5 times. They actually had a display kiosk, like you would see in a McDonald's or something, for Mario 64. They also had one for Star Fox 64 and Pokemon Stadium. It was really cool. But yeah, never played Super Mario Sunshine, never played Galaxy. I've started playing Galaxy. I've started playing Galaxy, but that game hurts my head sometimes, so come on, focus. Focus, I swear I'm a knockoff Ashens. Great value Ashens, I know. But no, they function. They're good. I'll get to that in 1 second. Now, obviously, you're not going to find this on the shelves anymore. You might be lucky enough to have a GameStop or something, or anything to find. And there are still copies online, but I don't know how long they're going to be there for, because a lot of them, once those dry up, this game's probably going to increase in value a lot because it was it was a limited release. Now, apparently, I forget when this game was released, but it was only a couple months ago, so it didn't have a long run, and they only made one print of it. Now, you got to keep in mind that there's probably millions of copies of this in circulation, but probably nowhere near as many as some of the other games. But who knows? It could be ended up being one of them games that's not hardly worth anything. I suspect that it will be, again, not the reason I mean, part of the reason. This is just my collector's head talking. Reason I suspect it'll probably be something that's kind of more of a collector's item, more of a sought after piece for the physical copy, is these 3 games right here. For my knowledge, this one has been, but from my knowledge, these 2 have never been ported to anything before. This is the first time they've ever been ported. And 64 if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time it's ever been ported to something you can actually, take with you. I could be wrong about that. I'm not 100% sure. I know for a fact Galaxy had never been ported before. I don't know about Sunshine. You might be able to get it. You might have been able to get it on like the Wii U or something. 64, I know you could get it on the Wii U and the Wii. It's been ported many times. But, like, honestly, instead of 64, I've heard a lot of people say they should have just cut that one out because you can play it pretty much anywhere anyway, and give Galaxy 2. But this makes sense. These are very iconic games. Of course, you got the first Galaxy, which, honestly, that one also you could substitute for 2 because 2 is like supposedly the much better game. I don't know. Don't take my advice on that. I have no idea. I've never played 2. Honestly, actually, other than the original Super Mario and Mario World, I've never played Mario. I know that sounds crazy, but I haven't. Never. Just never. This would probably be Super Mario Bros. 3, the original Mario, if you count Mario 2, and a little bit of N64. These would be my first 3D Marios. I've never played them before. It's never happened. Never played them. I think it'd be cool if I can get Twitch up and running on this thing to play them. But back to the actual review. I suppose I should go ahead and show you the inside of the case. Now, as you can see, the case got one of them flip ones. I don't like flipping them out, but it's cool to see the inside. It's got just little screenshots of everything. I'll pull the cartridge out of my Switch here, which I have been playing. So that's why it's still in the Switch. Hold on, you're going to go dark for a second. I apologize. Oh, come on. There we go. And then... as you can see right there on the cartridge, the cartridge just says 3D All-Stars. It's just a normal Switch cart. Which I honestly like that they're not discs. Cartridges are so much easier to take everywhere. They outlive discs. They're so much better. There we are. And now I'll get to showing you what the actual ports kind of look like. Now, there are some pretty cool features on this game. There are some pretty cool features that come with the All-Stars bundle thing. Focus. Come on. There are some cool features that come with All-Stars, such as the soundtracks. If you just have your Switch on you and you don't feel like playing any games or anything, or you just want to listen to some music and you like Mario music, you got the soundtracks here. Like this one. This one's really cool, actually. I want a physical version of this soundtrack just to have, because I think it'd be cool, and some of the songs do sound, they sound pretty good, if you like instrumental stuff, because, as you can read there, it was released with Club Nintendo. But yeah, you got all your sounds, every single song in the game on these. Then, of course, you got Sunshine, which, if I'm not mistaken, was also another one they just took the box art from. And then Mario 64's soundtrack. Yep. Now, the Galaxy port is pretty good. I'll get to the N64 one in a minute, because you have to completely close out the software. That's another thing I don't really like about this. If you want to switch games, you have to completely close out the software, then open it up again to swap games. So it's just a minor pet peeve of mine. It's just tedious. I don't like that you have to do that because it's tedious. I mean, I've been times where I get bored of one and I'm like, I kind of want to play N64 or Sunshine. Sunshine I've been starting to play a little bit of. But I hadn't really... granted, take this with a grain of salt, though. I haven't played much of this game, but I haven't really seen that many graphical errors on it. It's a pretty solid port. They all are. It's just 64, in my opinion, is a bit lazy, only because of one reason. And they all function pretty well. 64, if I go to open that one. Now, we'll go ahead and open 64. Come on.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Yeah. It's got black bars around it. Which, I understand. I get it. It's an older game. But it looks like you're running it through just off of a normal N64 through an HDMI adapter. They couldn't have at least, when they ported it to the Switch, stretched it, and then, put it in the right aspect ratio. They're Nintendo. You're a billion-dollar company. I guarantee you. This was released for their 30th anniversary, and you can't even put Mario in the right aspect ratio to not have black bars. Okay, look, benefit of the doubt. You can't do that. Give us borders. It's so lazy. I hate that so much. There's just black bars on it. I mean, even Undertale for the Vita, for this thing right here. If I can open it. If I can open it, come on. There we go. I didn't have it to the side. These are unscripted. I just saw my Vita and thought about it. For this thing right here, even that has at least borders. So, I mean, other than that, if you can look past that, as far as I can tell, 64 is not a bad port. None of them are. They're all good ports. They're just lazy. They didn't fix it. If there were any issues or in it, I'm pretty sure they didn't fix those. It's just like you're playing the original ones, which some people might like. They might view it more true, which is fine, but I still think they should have at least given borders. Now, they could have just, they could have just put it in the right aspect ratio, but it just makes it feel less, whatever. But hey, they got my money, so yeah, we'll go ahead and you can also still do this. I figured out how to do this. I still don't know how to get it to stick though. Let's see. I never knew about this when I was little, so I never got to do anything with it. I found out about it like a few years ago through the internet, and I'm like, what? Oh, it's hard for me to do, but you can mess with his face. Everybody knows that. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's just my trash review of Super Mario 3D All-Stars. If you can find a copy that's not $100 something or $500 something from a scalper, and you just want to play Mario on the go, and you want a physical way to do it, like you want a physical cartridge, because you refuse to buy anything digital like me, unless it was only released digital. But if it was released physical, you gotta buy the physical version, because I am very, very dumb. But yeah, I'd say go for it, because other than N64, which I view kind of lazy. They're all kind of lazy, but this one's the worst because you can actually see it. Yeah, it's still in the original aspect ratio, but still. They did it for Sunshine. Sunshine doesn't have any borders and is actually... Oh, whatever. Yeah, I would say go buy it if you could find a copy. All right. With that being said, though, yeah, you can hear my chair squeaking. With that being said, though, I'm going to go ahead and say, if you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. If you want to help support the channel, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that. Also, I have a second channel. If you like cars, automotive stuff like that. Granted, that channel, it really doesn't have anything to show for it. I honestly started it too soon. I've got a 1974 big block Caprice I'm building, but it's a process. Everything on that channel's a process. Car stuff is like 1,000 times more literally expensive than my video game stuff. So I can make a lot more videos with this and then go buy more stuff easier for this stuff because I do like video games, the occasional shoe, but I do want to do a comparison to the Ozark trail boots and the Timberlands. But yeah, the other channel, don't worry, it's equally trash like this. I'll put the link to the description and I'll put a link to it in the description. But other than that, thank you for watching and have a